My goodness, do you see I've unwittingly, being a child myself, in the last recording, been speaking to my daughter, Aria. And for God to all his children. I know that bit was wittingly. Let me speak for him for a moment. Our Heavenly Dad sent my son to come and rescue you. Hear him. Thank you, Dad. Every person that comes into this world comes to rescue. Everyone that comes is a child of God. Everyone that comes almost to a person has put aside the remembrance of his innocence in heaven and the delusion of innocence, the lack of wisdom, the lack of the fullness of knowing all things that God knows. Sets that aside, comes to rescue in all goodness, to understand all goodness, to be a blessing, to be good. Good in the sense of knowing good and evil and choosing the good. We come to be rescued into adulthood from the innocence of heaven. We come with that noble purpose of innocence and ignorance of the fullness of our God, to both find it and to bring it to others. We have come to work together, to struggle together, to learn. Learning here is by doing. We're instructed. We wonder at what we're being told and how it pieces together. And to the extent that we can't follow the instruction, we experience not following it and the costs. We learn the harder way because in as far as we can't learn the easy way. Yes, there is an easy way. You can listen very closely to what the teacher says and do what the teacher says and trust to goodness we've got the right teacher. Sometimes the teacher's not so right, not so good, not so capable. We can't quite piece it together. We need to experience such circumstances to have the fullness of experience and understanding and wisdom that God has. And if we don't have that, how can we be good company for God, a full person as he is? We would just be a pure and innocent child, innocent of the knowledge of good and evil. But we are to become like him, like the mature host of heaven, not to remain innocent kids forever. You can remain innocent kids forever. But that would be not to grow up. It is far better to grow up. It's not good to be a child forever. Innocent it may be, but never having the fullness of life that the adult has, that your dad has, and the adults of the host of heaven. So you want it for yourself and for others. If you are of that inclination, in which case you choose to come here into the universe of uncertainty. It's very varied. There are many classrooms, many colleges too, if you like, many families you could be born into. And you are an individual. You see, even in your innocence as a child, you're an individual. They're not all the same. And it's not that you're drawn to the particular life you have here. You make the particular life you have here. It's optimally chosen. By Heavenly Father, by your parent, through the advice and leading of the Heavenly Host. It is their occupation, their preoccupation. In fact, teaching is part of their maturity as well. You see, this is not just an end in itself here. It's simply a major part of your maturing. You need to be the teacher too, to understand that. Bless you. Thank you, Dan. You see, there's more to the prodigal son story than meets the eye. What about the son that did not go away? Who was the lovelier, the one that had been away and repented and come back, or the one who had remained innocent of the experience of the pigsty and so on? Which was the most mature? Which really valued his dad the more? It's obvious, isn't it? The one that went away and came back. You're away, here, in the universe of uncertainty. You're outside the garden. You're in the pigsty. Don't you know it at times? Be of good cheer. You know, Jesus says, I have overcome the world. Yeah, I am the way. You'll do the same. Welcome to the kingdom of heaven. The full understanding of it, not just the childhood innocent experience of it. The full wisdom of God. I mean that in a respectful way, not in a competitive sense. In an utter harmony sense. We become wonderful company, part of the host of heaven. Bless you. When I say that, I mean you are blessed. He answers long before we ask.